Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about headaches and migraines. Now, women are more prone to both headaches and migraines than men are. Basically, it's just down to the fact that our hormones fluctuate throughout our lives. During our monthly cycle, for example, a lot of women find that they get time of the month headaches or migraines. So when we go into perimenopause and our hormonal fluctuation is really quite up and down, and you could describe it as unstable, it's not doing its regular monthly thing, you have more chance of getting headaches. Even if you never got headaches much before, you may find that you start getting them. So when you're in menopause itself and during your postmenopause years, your hormone levels are no longer going up and down, but because the levels are low, again, this can trigger more occurrences of headaches and migraines. So that is why basically women do genuinely suffer with more headaches and migraines than men do. It's not just our hormones that can trigger headaches and migraines. There are some common triggers, food and drink common triggers that can do it. So if you're not sure whether it is just hormonal activity that's increasing or causing your headaches and migraines, it is worth keeping a food diary. You might be able to identify things that seem to set them off for you. So the common triggers obviously are caffeine, alcohol, particularly red wine. For some reason, the red wine is quite a big one for triggering headaches and migraines. Sometimes dairy products in general, but particularly hard cheeses, they can do it too. Then there's the ice cream headache, where you have something really cold, gives a bit of a shock to the brain. That can cause a headache that even once your mouth has warmed back up, you can still be left with quite a lingering headache. That's actually quite another common trigger. And chocolate, unfortunately, ladies, chocolate is one of those things as well that women do find can trigger a headache. And you may also notice that some foods and drinks that never bothered you before in previous years, you are now more sensitive to, and they can trigger headaches and migraines for you. So again, a food diary is quite a good way of keeping a note of that and identifying the patterns. So a few tips then for headaches and migraines. Now, the main thing I think to remember is a migraine isn't just a bad headache. A migraine can be quite debilitating. My mother suffered with terrible migraines, and believe me, they are not just a bad headache. She was quite incapacitated on and off over the years with them. With the migraines, I think, while obviously you can follow the tips that I'm going to be giving you, I do think if it's actual migraines you're suffering with, do speak to your doctor. Because over-the-counter medication might not necessarily be strong enough to lift a migraine for you. So speak to your doctor if it's migraines that are your problem. So some general tips then. So try and avoid those triggers, particularly if you have identified some triggers. Then if you don't want a headache, you don't want to trigger a migraine, then obviously avoid your triggers. Just keep that in your mind with what you eat and drink. Reducing your stress levels and your anxiety levels really helps. Obviously, the more stressed we are, the more likely we are to suffer with a headache or to trigger a migraine. So, some stress busting techniques and fresh air and exercise, regular me time, relaxation, allow your body and your mind to wind down from the day's troubles, put them aside for a short period each day, and you may find that you will get less headaches, particularly if they are stress-related headaches and not just hormonal. So keep your hydration up, as always. Hydration, good for your brain as well as your body, and being dehydrated in itself can give you a really severe headache. Sleep, which is always a bit of a problem for us ladies at this time. The best quality sleep you can get, the more regular sleep you can get, then again that helps if you tend to get regular headaches or regular migraines. So I know it's difficult, but if you can do your best to get enough sleep, then that will really help too. Also, getting your eyes tested regularly. If you don't get your eyes tested regularly, the strain on your eyes trying to focus day in and day out can give you really quite severe headaches. So get them tested regularly. Even if you only need glasses for certain things like reading or watching television, if you've been prescribed them, use them. Take that strain off your eyes, and it can really help to ease the headaches and of course the migraines too. Also, another tip is to watch how much time you spend staring at a screen, whether it's a TV screen, your phone screen, your Kindle, your laptop. That puts a lot of strain on your eyes, and that constant staring at the screen, the concentration, that can actually make headaches and migraines far worse. So if you can reduce your screen time, I know it's difficult, particularly if you work somewhere where you work with computers. If you do work with computers, try and take what you call regular eye breaks. So every hour, try and have a few minutes where your eyes are not constantly staring at the screen. That can really help too. And if your migraines or even severe headaches are worrying you, as I say, please go and see your doctor for some professional help and advice, because they may be able to prescribe a painkiller that may be more effective for your particular type of headache or your migraine. So those are just a few tips, so give them a try, and I hope you find them helpful. I will be putting other videos on the channel, so if you would like to be notified as they come on, then please click on the notification bell and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening, and I will see you again soon.